Hey GlamFam, so today we are doing this decaying mutant pixie. I really love how this turned out. I feel very fantasy right now. Today's video is my entry to the NYX Face Awards. I'm super excited and I love how this look came out. Also, this look is UV, so this pixie glows in the dark. Really quick, if you are not yet, please hit that subscribe button down there for more videos. You will become a part of the GlamFam when you click the subscribe button and then the notification bell next to it. You will get notified every time I upload a video. And without further ado, let's jump into this tutorial. It's a long one. Alright guys, so we are going to start off with a fresh face. I do have a tube top on and my hair pulled back. We're going to moisturize our whole face and our chest since paint is going on that as well. Once we have that done, we are just going to glue down our eyebrows. A quick tip for this is let the glue dry a little bit and then press it down with either your fingers, a brush. Sometimes I roll the brush across my eyebrows to get it to be really flat. Then once we are done with that, we are going to move on to the face. I am taking a white face paint and we are going to paint our whole entire face down to underneath our chin. And then we are going to let that dry and then do another layer. And then we're going to pack on the yellow over the white. For packing on the yellow color over the white, since it is a powder, you are going to want to use a flat brush. Using a flat brush is going to help with two main things. The first being, if you use a flat brush, it's going to help build the opacity easier and more effectively, and also it will help your color not be so streaky and patchy. And then we're going to move on to bringing a little bit more dimension on to our face. We're going to be taking this coral shade and we are going to outline and buff out the perimeter of our face, and we are also going to go into our cheekbones and make it more of a sharp point. And we're going to kind of drag it down to give the illusion of sharp cheekbones that come down a little bit more than they actually do. Once we have the shape, we are just going to pack on more of that color and really intensify it. Then we're going to move on to our eyes. For our eyes, we are taking the same color and we are going to buff this out into the crease in a winged shape. We are going to also bring this all the way back to our contour line on the perimeter of our face, and also we are going to buff it underneath our eyes to just pull this whole eye look together and make it more cohesive with the rest of the face. After that is blended out, we are going to cut our crease, and the way I like to do this is I like to just apply it to my eyelids all the way from the inner to the outer and then look up and look side to side. This will give you a great shape for your eye specifically because it will show you where your crease ends and then you can just build off of that. After I fill it in, I wanted to wing this out, so I just wung it out on the outer portion of our eyes, and then I wanted a little extra something, so I winged it out on the inside of our eyes as well. Once that is filled in, we are going to go straight away into a teal color and pack that onto what we just carved out. What I like to do for this is use a bigger flat brush first on the inner portions of the eye, and then I like to go in with a smaller detail brush to get right below that cut crease line to make it more crisp. Once we are done with that, we are going to go in with a darker color. This is like a dark purple. And we are going to blend that into the spots that we want to sink the most. So I did a really thin blended line right down the center of the cheekbone contour and then also by the temples, and then I just connected the two. Once we are done with that, I went in and contoured my nose with that coral color, but ended up not liking it. So a tip for that is to blend it out, cover it up with some more face paint, put the color of the quote-unquote skin down again, and then just go in and do the changes that you would like to do. For this look, I liked a more blended out contour more so than the thin line. And then I just went in and brightened all the colors up. And now we are applying some white for our highlight areas. So I did this on my brows, down the center of my forehead, and right underneath our cheekbones. Then I'm going ahead and painting my chest white and also buffing in that yellow color over top of it. Also, make sure you let your face paint, body paint, etc. dry all the way before you pack on a powdered color on top. Then we're going to move on to the dimension part of the body, and we are just doing some, once again, perimeter shading, and we are going on the shoulders and the arms, and then around our collarbones with that same coral color that we used before. Once we have the shape done and set, we're going to go in and shade them further, making the deep spots look darker, and then highlighting the spots that you want to bring out. The way to do that is where your collarbone is, where you can feel it, is where you want to put the light shades. Where your collarbone sinks is where you want to shade the deeper colors. And then once we have put the darker shades down and the lighter shades down, we are going to move on to the eyebrows. And so what I did here was I just covered the beginning part of the eyebrow with some white body paint and also covered that with yellow. And then we went in and drew on a super thin and arched eyebrow, just kind of sketching it out first. And then when we're happy with the shape that is created, we are going to go in and just deepen the eyebrows to a dark black. And then we're going to move on to the body glitter. I chose a chunky silver body glitter, and I placed this over our brows, blending it out to our hairline. And then I placed it wherever the lightest colors are on this whole look. So above our eyebrows, below our carved out cheekbones, and onto our collarbones, and then a little bit on our shoulder caps. And then just a tiny bit on our cupid's bow. And then to step this look up even a bit further, we went in with a UV activated paint in yellow, and we just put this on a sponge and just lightly went over the corresponding colors. So we took the neon yellow and went over the yellow areas. I really wanted this to be very sporadic and random, not even at all. And we also used a pink neon color and went over the coral colors. I also went in with a tiny bit of blue paint and placed that onto our cut crease as well. I applied the glitter on the center of our throat and also did a tiny little detail line right above the center of our cut crease. Blended that out, and it just kind of gives a little shing that's really nice and catches the eye. Then I added a highlight color and a little bit of that glitter into the inner part of our tear ducts, and then we did the liner. I wanted a very, very dramatic liner for this, so I just followed my cut crease and filled it in. And then we added a dark color underneath our eyes as well, and then turned our lips teal to match our eyes. I wanted a little bit more of that teal color in the look to be more cohesive with the eyes and lips, so I just added a little bit into the deep parts of our look. I also added a little V underneath our collarbones and then blended that coral out against that teal so that it would match. And then this is when I realized I wanted a little bit of glitter on the caps of our shoulders. And then also above the lip line on the top lip. I added a little gemstone into the middle of our Cupid's bow, added mascara and lashes. I opted for some really spiky full lashes, and I placed the bottom lashes outside of my eye line a little bit to bring the eye look back and up. Then we added this awesome wig and accessories like this face chain, and I molded my ears out of some black foam and let it dry, and then I took some wire and wired it through the ears to make it look like the ears were pierced. I pinned that onto the wig, and then I spray painted a wreath and a vine that I got from the craft store, let them dry, and use those as a headpiece and a chest piece. And then the last step for this look is to paint our hands black and add some fake long nails, and you are finished. Alright guys, that is it for this tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a like, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button down there and click the bell notification on to get notified on all of my uploads. I don't want to wash this off, but I have to. I'm not happy about it because I'm really feeling the fantasy right now. But anyway, that is it. Send some good vibes my way, guys. Hopefully we make it to top 30. Also, don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That is where I'm going to keep you guys updated on the NYX Face Awards. And that is it. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. I love y'all. Bye! Even the double chin glows.